Alrighty, here we are doing a video on how to fix a coil or an engine with no spark. So here we are with my Mark 20 reduction gearbox Villas. This is the one that had spark and I had running, but lost spark. I believe it lost spark when I got it wet in behind them here, so I can more than likely reckon it's it. I'll show you it has no spark. Try and see that camera so you can see the spark plug without the camera falling off. The engine noise. Too close. No, I can't look close. And also a little tripod that's short. Alright. Oh, I crank it over one-handed. Just with that socket thing. I don't even know what they're called, these ones. No real brace and bit handle, but right, here we are. No spark. So I'll get the flywheel off and show you behind that. Rightio, first test here. Oh, get the bloody camera lead out of the way. Oh, now your fat hands in the way. There we go. First test is to check the resistance of the coil. So we'll see. First, there's two coils. In the way these work, there's two separate coils in them. They both go down to ground via these. So technically, these, as far as I know, aren't laminated. They're painted on the outside, but they're all joined in. Because as far as I can tell, they're all grounded anyway. So they're ground to this, which is the way it all works. So to rotaryhoes, I don't know who told you they're laminated, but as far as I know, they're all down to ground. We'll test the points coil, I suppose you can call it, in these, which is this wire here. Is that wire there? Thought so. This wire here goes to points, which is behind this little gold thing. We'll just open that up maybe with my screwdriver. Oh, here's a big one. Come on, turn. Oops, don't fall off your ledge. Come on! Oh, Jesus, that hasn't been opened in a long time. There's the points. In a Villa, most engines have this. This goes on through here with the condenser as well. The condenser in the Villas is actually behind these points. So that's probably, I'm guessing, what's gone. But we'll test this coil just to show you how to do it. And this second wire, you can see here with my fat fingers in front of the camera, is the short out lead, an emergency short out, because in case you lose your tab off the top to short out your spark plug, you can short out the other coil, the other winding in the coil there, and behind the flywheel here to shut down the engine if needed. Rightio. You've got a multimeter here, just doesn't have to be a fluke like mine. I'm a Sparky, so I got a decent meter, but most $20 jobs from Dick Smith's or J-Car, probably the best place to go. This cheap jobs will do ohms readings quite happily. So, first one we'll test. I'll sit this camera somewhere we can see. Now the light's getting in the way. Oh, I don't know how good a view that is. We'll find out. So, to ground, which should be this bolt here, got the black one on. I'll first test the meter. Oh, the leaves are stuffed on it. Come on, meter, don't fail me now. Ooh, that's terrible. That's better. Always check your meter, because it could be your meter's trouble. In my case it was, right? So, black one back on that screw. And we'll just check for continuity there. Yep. That's the same as these. That's both sides of that. That's on the windings there. We'll go down to the bottom of this one, we can see it. Across the windings. Nothing. to the base here. Nothing, no resistance, or 0.5 an ohm resistance, which is expected because it's not copper. Rightio, we'll test the points lead, which is this blob of solder on the coil here, to ground. And what do we get? 2.5. That is rather low, but acceptable at the same time. No, maybe not. It's giving me that reading for the thing. So my coil here might be stuffed. So it's reading the same as it is across the plate here. So that could be a good indication that that coil's gone down to ground, as you'd say. We'll test the spark lead. But at the same time, that could also be through here at the points. Actually, that might even be it, because they are closed. And we get a bit of heat shrink here, stick it between those points, close them up. Right, try again, eh? That might be a better reading. See, that's saying to give me the same reading, but it could be the condenser in there. We'll find out soon. Right, now to test the most important coil, the spark lead. There's usually there's a tab on top of the coil you can't see here. And we'll go to the plate. That is 2 ohms, which is acceptable. Which is pretty acceptable. They've got to be quite large, so 2,233 ohms, which is good. Any more than that, any more than 7 ohms. Normally these are quite low because they're smaller, but any coil you test when it comes to magnetos or flywheel magnetos like this one, 7 ohms is about the max. Any more than that, then you've got a break in it. So I'd say this is okay, this coil, but you never know. It's old as the engine, so it's near on 60 years old, because they don't normally get replaced until us lot come along to restore them. But you can see it's actually had water in it before I've got it, because that started to eat the aluminium away. So turn it off and I'll get ready to show you how to fix it. Okay, that's how I repair them 9 times out of 10. I simply cut the wire to the points, because it's either the points burnt out and you have to readjust them, which is a real pain in the ass when it comes to a flywheel magneto, or the condensers had cacked it in. So I go and buy, there used to be atom points, used to be and convert them, but now they don't exist. So you go buy, normally this brand, I can't even pronounce it, and what they are trembler boxes, I've heard them called, but automatic points out of a Victor lawnmower. I've done it many times before. That JAP over there on that lister there has them, and that seems to work fine. So, and what else has them? Something else that should has them that'll run all day. I can't remember. Or no, I don't know. Something else has them. Anyway, so that's what I put in there to make them run. I just simply take a bolt, one of these bolts out of the holds the frames on here, and it's bolted down to earth, so or the frame of the motor. So I'll put all that together and see how we go. Right, we're gonna have a go. Flywheel on, cord wrapped around it to give it a go. Proper nice fast stiff pull. So we'll sit that there, and you'll change hands so I can give this cord a real good reef. You can see the spark plug in the cap. Oh, bloody cord. Right, here goes. There we are. Fixed camera, there we are. So 45 minutes work for an engine that have no spark, as you've seen. It's got spark. All it took was a bit of testing on the coil, anywhere between 2 ohms to probably 10, 12 ohms on the spark lead, which is that one there, to earth, which is the frame. So you can even do that without taking the flywheel off. That one, if you do that and it's not none of those readings, more or less, she's either needs to be dried out, or it's down to earth and needs replacing, or it is broken. inside there. On the points one, which you might be lucky to get at with this flywheel because it's got holes in it. Most of them you can't. So on that one, no, they've got a test point at the back here. Some engines do. You can test that one there if you really wanted to. When your pinky is down there, because that is the short out pin for that other coil, so you can touch that there onto the frame, and that is anywhere between 2 ohms all the way up to 22 ohms you expect to see on that one. Not 22, 18. Yeah, more or less. Sometimes you can dry them out and they're fine, but I find 9 times out of 10 it's the points condensers the problem. The condensers pack it in, so, and all the points need to clean, and then you need to retighten it. And with the flow magneto, it's just not worth the effort. It's a real pain to do. I've done it once and I'm like, not doing this again. So as I said, you just use these points, Victor points here. So they're $20. I think a condenser's $10. I paid $10 or $12 I paid for a condenser for one of these. So an extra $8-10 depends where you are. Get yourself those, whack a bolt in, solder them onto the lead. I haven't soldered mine on, so if I solder it and clean the paint off and do it properly, there'll be a lot stronger spark and easy to come. I don't pull it as fast. But even now, that'll run quite happily on that. So yeah, 45 minutes work, she's got spark. Hope that helps Rotary Hose, who this video is for. But that's how you fix an engine with no spark. If it was a stuffed coil, it would have come up when I tested it and I wouldn't have gone any further with it. I would have simply pulled it off and got it repaired, which I'll hopefully do myself one day. Anyway, thanks for watching.